Hi, this is Richard with Richard Runs Trails. Hope you're having a great day. Today I've got a shoe review for you, and it's a new brand for me. The name of the company is Atreyu. That's Atreyu. They're based in Austin, Texas, which is where I live. So I was very interested to learn more about them. I've read and watched some reviews from some friends wearing their shoes, and was very intrigued by what I read. They're a lightweight shoe, minimal shoe. The company's motto is everything you need, but nothing you don't need. So I wanted to check them out. They have 3 different shoes. They have the base shoe, which they're on version 2, which is what I bought. They also have one called the Artist, which I believe is a carbon plated shoe. And then they have a new trail shoe. All the shoes are under, I think, about $120. The shoe that I bought, the base shoe, $85. And that's a really good price. If you know brands, most shoes are going to cost you $140 to $180. So I was interested to check them out, see what the quality's like. I read about them, but I wanted to test them myself, and so I bought a pair. A little bit about the company. It was started by a guy named Michael Krajicek. He's a graduate from Berkeley, and I think he studied liberal arts. Not the typical route for designing a shoe. And then he went out to Louisiana. I think he's from Louisiana, and he set up a hot dog stand and had a hot dog business for a while. And so a little bit of interesting background for getting into the running shoe business, but he got the running bug, was very interested in running, started running, also got into triathlons, and he thought that, why are these shoes costing so much? A lot of features that I don't need. And so he wanted to start design his own shoe. So that's what he did. And he put together a team and designed the shoes. And the one thing interesting is, when I ordered the shoes, I got an email that they have good communication. Ship the shoe. It's just like you would get from Running Warehouse or another retailer, but you're buying them directly from the company. Similar to Hoka. I got an email saying they got my order, an email saying they shipped, and then I got an email saying they were delivered. Well, I went outside my front door and they weren't there, so I was thinking, well, maybe they delivered them to a wrong house. Because shoes come in boxes. They're too big for the post office to deliver most of the time. At least they are in my case. The boxes are not very big. So I looked into it further, and it says it was delivered by the Postal Service. So I went to my mailbox, and sure enough, this is the package. It looks like something that clothing would come in. Remember what I said? They said, everything you need and nothing you don't. Well, I guess you don't need a shoe box, so they didn't put it in a shoe box. So, my background, as I said, is I'm a China sourcing expert. I've been working with China for 25 years. I even lived there for 10 years. The box probably cost them $1 to $2 because it's color printed and it's a little bit thicker corrugated. I'm talking about other shoe companies, so save a few dollars there. So my whole thing is, if you can deliver them in a bag and they don't get messed up, then it's fine. They deliver domestically, and they also deliver to some other international destinations. So let's take a look. One thing I was really excited about is the colors. I like black. Almost everything I own is black. I don't like white shoes. I have some white shoes, but in the new version 2, it looks like it's a bag in a bag. The new version 2s are black with a red sole. That is such an awesome color combination. A lot of my shoes are black, but they got white soles. You know, when you're running roads and trails, they get dirty very fast. I don't like white on my shoes, even though they got the sock liner is white. But I think that's okay. It's a good looking shoe. So there it is, Atreyu. This is their base model. Some decascent in there. The base model special edition red. Very simple. So these are very lightweight shoes. I was checking some other websites. One interesting thing is on their website, they don't give you much technical information at all. They just tell you they got a TPU sock liner in there. It looks like it wants to, the sock liner wants to kind of come out. Maybe it stay in place a little bit better once you run in it. The upper is a very thin mesh. You can almost see through it. It's almost like the Ultra Vanish, and very lightweight shoe. I was checking some other websites. I think it was Believe in the Run. You know, they do a really great job. I think they had and size 9 is 6 ounces. So, boy, this shoe is much lighter than even my Mach 4s. So it's gonna be very interesting to run in. But it's got a TPU sock liner. Like I said, mesh, thin mesh up here. Feels like a comfortable shoe. You know, they call it a sock liner because it feels like a sock. So we'll take these guys for a run. The drop, I believe the front is around 15.5 and 21.5, so that gives you a drop of about 6 millimeters is what most people are coming up with in the data. The website doesn't tell you that, which is strange. At least I couldn't find it on the website. But 6 millimeter drop, that's very comparable to Hoka. A lot of the Hoka shoes are 6 millimeter drop, 5-6 millimeter drop. Sole is fairly simple, but it's you know, it's just a responsive EVA. So very interested to try these guys out. One thing else before I want to talk about the name. Before I take these on a run for a test. Atreyu, what does it mean? My China sourcing experience, I thought maybe it was a Chinese brand. And however, I know most of the Chinese shoe companies because I worked over there for so long, and I still work with China. And I was thinking, well, the word that they're using doesn't have any similarity to any Mandarin words that I know. You know, just a short Mandarin lesson, you know. Pao Bu is run, Pao is run, and Pa Shan is climb mountain. Pa means just climb. So I was like, well, there's no take on somebody on the running words or the mountain climbing words. I was thinking, well, maybe it's means something. Maybe it's somebody's name. And checked online, and finally found a write-up on an interview with the owner. And basically, Atreyu means a state. It's a noun, not a verb. State of being characterized by freedom from complexity. These are not complex, but like they said, everything you need and nothing you don't need. So freedom from complexity, uniquely achieved through running. Wow. So it's a word specific for running. I've never heard it before. I'm not sure if they made up the word, but anyways, that's what that's what it comes from. I think that they put a lot of thought into it, you know, more thought than Hoka put into their name. But let's go for a run. I'll let you know how these go, and planning to run about 10K today. So I'll run a few miles on the road and a few miles on the trail, and I'll let you know, give you some updates during my run, how they feel, and excited to try them on.
Hey, just back from a 10K run. I think the Atreyus did pretty good. I'll show you one thing I would suggest is don't run in gravel, pea gravel or kitty litter as they call them. The shoe picks up a lot of gravel. I'll show you here. You can see here I picked out some of the gravel, but the tread is the gap is too narrow. If you're the Atreyu designer and you're watching this video, I suggest increase the gap by maybe 2 or 3 millimeters so it doesn't pick up gravel. I've had other shoes with the same kind of problem before. I can remember like the Ultra Duo had the same issue, but this shoe is great for running on roads. So I ran on the roads today, and it's very hot. Like I said, it's about 90 degrees, 30 degrees Celsius, and the road is probably 50 degrees Celsius. And so it's a good test on the shoes, and they felt pretty good. To me, they feel a lot like the Ultra Escalantes, but they have a little more padding than Escalantes. The upper on this shoe is so comfortable. I don't think I've ever had a shoe feel so comfortable. I just hope that doesn't hurt the durability of it, but it's a very comfortable shoe. If you're going to be trying to run a PR and a 5K or 10K, this might be the shoe to wear. For me, I think it felt better than the Saucony Endurance Pro. And so I'm going to be using it for 5K, 10K, road training, maybe some races. It would be great for triathlon because it's a very flat shoe. So if you're not using clipless pedals and you're doing, say, sprint and Olympic distance, this would be a great shoe. You could use it on the run and the bike together if you're not using clipless pedals, because they're a very flat shoe. And like I said, they're only $85. You know, Ultra Escalante I think is about $130, and I think it's a better shoe than the Escalante. It feels a lot like the Escalante. And you know, the Escalante is zero drop, and this one's about 5-6 millimeters drop. Anyways, highly suggest this shoe and give it a try. Bye for now.